Upstanding for His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, and the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Your Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda and your delegation, let me once again take this opportunity to warmly welcome you to this port city of Mombasa on this state visit which you graciously accepted to come. And indeed, as I said earlier, this is the first ever visit of a head of state on a state function, on a state visit to Mombasa. So today we're also a first for Mombasa. And I think, as you have seen for yourself, Mzee, how people were extremely happy to welcome you here on this occasion. This visit reaffirms the very close ties that bind our two nations. As East Africans, we share a common history, common heritage, and common aspirations. But let me also thank our two delegations who have taken opportunity of this state visit and have worked hard for the last few days to ensure the inaugural session of the Joint Commission for Cooperation is indeed a success. And from what we have heard from their progress report, I believe that the fruitful discussions that they have had will be meaningful in terms of promoting trade, the free movement of goods, services, and people across our borders, but also our people-to-people interactions. Our one-stop border posts at Busia and the improvement of infrastructure processes points at Malaba and Luahaha have borne fruit, and even as we have discussed today, we need to ensure that we increase the number of border posts along our common border so that especially our border communities do not have to travel too far and thereby encourage illegal movement, but we need to build more in order for them to have much easier access to each other's countries. Let me also say I'm pleased that Uganda has kept its trust and continued use of Mombasa Port, and I'm happy to report that with the full operationalization of the standard gauge railway line, we have significantly cut the time taken to move cargo between Mombasa and Nairobi. And once again, Your Excellency, you will be our first, because you will be the first visiting head of state to use the SGR in your movement from Mombasa to Nairobi tomorrow. Once again, we invite Uganda to join us in the joint development, continued development of the SGR to ensure that the line continues all the way to Kampala as was originally envisioned. Lake Victoria is an important transboundary resource, crucial not just to Kenyan and Ugandan livelihoods, but indeed to the entire East African economy. And I'm glad, therefore, that Uganda is at the forefront of its joint rehabilitation and the progress that you have made in the removal of water hyacinth, which has choked off our lake. Your Excellency, we have also had the opportunity to share with you on issues multilateral and regional, and Kenya and Uganda share a strong and principled commitment to multilateralism and the reforms of our global governance system. To this end, Your Excellency, Kenya has presented its candidature for the non-permanent seat of the United Nations, and we count on Uganda's support in this endeavor. Your Excellency, over and above that, we have had an opportunity to discuss additional matters of mutual interest, matters of peace and security in our region, and I'm certain that we shall continue to work very closely together to both promote regional integration but also to ensure peace and stability, which is a prerequisite of prosperity for our countries and for our region. In conclusion, Your Excellency, let me once again welcome you to Mombasa. Let me welcome you to Kenya. And as I've always said, please feel very, very much at home.
First of all, I want to thank His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta for inviting me for this state visit, which has been very, very, very profitable, very fruitful. We have just started, but we have covered a lot of ground. However, even before this visit, as soon as His Excellency came into government, during the last, what we call in Uganda, Kisanja. Kisanja means the term of office, the 5 years. It's the Uganda word. I don't know how they call it in Swahili. Awami. Awamu. Even in the last Awamu, straight away he handled our perennial problem of delays in Mombasa. Before his time, some of the people in the port thought they were doing Uganda a favor by handling our goods. So we had to come and beg them, please, tafadhali, in Swahili. Tafadhali, tafadhali, tafadhali. Not knowing that they were sabotaging Uganda, all right, but they were also sabotaging Kenya. The efficient handling of cargo in the port and on all the routes to the hinterland is good for the economies of Uganda, economy of Kenya, and the economies of the other hinterland countries. And the more business we do, the better for all of us. So I'm very happy that His Excellency Kenyatta, maybe because of his business background, he has really made a change. Moving from Mombasa to Uganda now, even before the standard gauge railway, has been considerably reduced, depending on the old, on the land route. The numbers have been dramatically reduced. In Uganda, we say, "Tubatu chari yao." While we were still there celebrating His Excellency Uhuru's intervention on shortening the days for us, for the cargo, he now comes and prosecutes the standard gauge railway. That means the time is going to be shorter. Tomorrow, you have given me the big honor of being the first president to ride on the Kenya Railway, the new railway. This I will put it in my album and show it to all the Ugandans. And I'm told that it will take us just 4 hours to go from here to Nairobi. That's what I've been told. But I know that when the standard gauge railway is finished, it will take 24 hours from here to Kampala. So that means His Excellency and his government have reinforced their support for the hinterland economies, but also, of course, for the economy of Kenya. This is really enlightenment. This is enlightenment. It is what should have been done all the time and what should be done all the time, because there is no other way There's no other way these economies are going to grow if we don't solve this issue of movement. There's no other way. It is really suicidal to continue behaving as if you are doing a favor to the business people when you allow them to, when you help them to move things fast.